everyone. So I'm back with another Plan With Me video. This week I've decided to do like a purple. I'm not sure what it is about April. It's probably every calendar I've ever seen ever, but it always makes me think of purple. So that's just what I've decided to do this week. I wanted to say I'm sorry for missing last week. I started doing a bunch of upgrades, and it started with my iPad, and it was, of course, was an iOS update, so then I had to update my computer, which I really didn't want to do because the last time I tried to do the newest iOS for my computer, the whole thing just stopped. The upgrade froze, and I had to completely reboot all of, well, everything. I had to start from scratch. Luckily I had a backup, but it was still terrifying nonetheless to see everything that you have on a computer just go away. So it took a while, but I finally did it, and of course with all of that then you have to update all of the programs, and it was a long week, so I ended up missing the whole Plan With Me thing, but I don't know. I'm trying to do 2 a month. I'm hoping to do one every week, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's still quite new for me, but let me know if you guys want to see any other kinds of videos, because if any of you follow me on or know me from any other kind of social media channels, you'll know that I have been really, really obsessed with my traveler's notebook lately. I love it. I know this is one of those things that, everyone, discusses, but I feel like that is really kind of my whole planner piece. I feel like it's nice to have everything in one place, and I love to pre-plan in it, I love to plan in it. I can keep my calendar and my budget and my weekly planning or my daily or whatever I need, and it works for me, and I love being able to carry it around. So if you guys want to see any videos on that, how I set up, my days or my weeks, or like a flip through or anything, let me know, because I would be happy to bring that to my channel as well. I've been enjoying it. So let me know if that's something that interests you. So for this week, I feel like, bunny hair, I'm sorry. I feel like I don't have a lot going on again. So we're gonna see how far I get. Of course, luckily this layout is pretty easy to fill up with things. Also, sorry for this sheet. Like I said in my first video, I have a lot of these oopsie sheets from when we just were not getting along, and I am almost done with it, and I feel like I will deserve an award when I finally finish a sheet of stickers. So yesterday, because it's Tuesday again, also I'm using my tall pen. I think that's how you say it. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's the 0.7 needle tip. It's the medium, and I love it. It's great. So it's like my new favorite pen. I just got it a week ago, but I'll have to see how it holds up over time. But yesterday I wanted to make sure that I got all orders out. I did my $2 Tuesday prep, and I also wanted to make sure that I got 2 emails from the weekend. I usually try to answer them over the weekend, but my husband and I went to Plattsburgh because that's where we have some craft stores and stuff, and we wanted to get a faucet for our kitchen. I actually posted in one of the groups that it was a nightmare. It took 4 hours because, like I said, we just got this house in summer of last year, so it's not like a just kind of thing, but yeah, it ended up taking 4 hours to get the thing out. We had to, my husband ended up sawing the thing in half to get it out because it was puttied in there and it was a mess, so I really didn't get to it. It was a fun weekend until the end. But yesterday we went to Starbucks. Every single week I start this and say I'm going to be better at rambling, and yet here I am rambling. So I'm sorry, you can't. I do this all the time. I'm still kind of nervous. We went to Starbucks because you did a survey and we had some money, so that was nice. And then we had our Chinese takeout night like we usually do. Ooh, I wish I spaced that better, but what can you do? But yeah, it was a mess. The faucet wouldn't come off, and we knew we had an issue with the faucet because we had some trouble with our water pressure, and some days it would be fine, and other days it was barely trickling through, and we couldn't stand it anymore. So we had a feeling that was the issue, and wouldn't you know it, he gets under there and he sees the, it's all puttied up, things that are just supposed to be, just tightened enough so that they don't leak are just wrenched on there. It was a process, and now we still have to do the bathroom ones, and needless to say, he really doesn't want to jump into that right away. And then we also had to get tea at Hannaford yesterday, and then we wanted to get pasta. And I'm not sure how many of you have like a Hannaford near you, but we were so excited. We went there and they had like boxes of pasta, and they were only like 70 cents. It was really a good deal. So if any of you don't know that, we were excited about it. But we stocked up on that. And then I also had my bangs trimmed yesterday. So I'm just gonna stick that down here. Full Monday, isn't it? So I'll use one of these little lists because you have to make a grocery list anyway. And I think I'm going to start that actually. So we want to clean the fridge, clean the pantry, at least sort through it, doesn't really need to be cleaned, and then make a grocery list. I want to get better at meal planning, but the thing is, are any of you like this where you make a meal plan for the week, but then you're just not in the mood for it? I mean, I know that you can kind of switch stuff around, but I don't know. It's hard to make a meal plan and kind of stick to it. So sometimes I find myself, getting some things and then just, I don't know, wishing we had other stuff, so we end up going grocery shopping. Sometimes I think it's just easier to buy things as you go occasionally, and that's never, cost effective, especially since, as I told you, I like to shop at Costco. But, let me know what you guys do. Do you just kind of have, the dinners that you set out, whether you kind of want it or not, or do you have kind of like a revolving list of recipes that you can make from the ingredients that you have? Like if you're using, those 4 ingredients, you have other things you can kind of make from it or draw inspiration from it to kind of, give yourself more options if you're not in the mood for the things you meal plan. I'd love to know, because we definitely kind of lack on that. And then I want to, of course, film this plan with me. Do the $2 Tuesday listings. Because I did that late last night. I probably want to take some photos. I've been lacking on Instagram and stuff lately. So I do want to make sure that I take some photos and just am a little bit more active on there. I think I want that. I have no idea. I have no idea where I want that. Why don't you get on here? Make sure that I take photos, not only for the thumbnail and everything, but just so I can post more planner pictures, because I love posting them, but it, you know, setting up the lighting and everything, I just, you know, life happens sometimes. And then tonight, we no longer have Fixer Upper, so sad. But I think what I also want to do tonight is make sure that I go through and balance the account. I try to do like a check register now, just because it's easier for me to follow my bills. So I want to make sure that I do that before we have to do the bills and stuff everything tomorrow. So, and I want to check to make sure that the budget is on track. And make sure that I did all of that okay. And then tomorrow, we're going to watch, or at least record, Alex Inc. That's the show that I was telling you about a couple weeks ago that we were going to start watching. I still haven't fully made up my mind about it. It's a fun new show to watch. It's a little, I think it's a little goofy, but there's nothing wrong with goofy. But I do like shows that are more clever. I don't know. I tend to not like shows that are just kind of like cheap laughs. It's probably a terrible way to word that, isn't it? But I do. I like it to be witty and funny and clever, and just in a way that they're not just, you know, doing something, not just doing quirky things to make you laugh. And that's kind of what that show is. So keep watching it, see how it goes. And if it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick. There's nothing wrong with that. But we're still on the lookout for some new shows to watch. And then, also, we said gonna go grocery shopping. I already used my purple one up there. Can I use... Does that blue look weird? We're just gonna try it. That's not bad, I don't think. Does that look... It doesn't look bad. Okay, so I'm gonna go grocery shopping, go to Costco, and we're probably going to make another trip to Hannaford. I'm not sure if we need anything, but I'm gonna put it on the list and see what happens. And then I also want tomorrow to be my design day for the shop. Probably just keep myself in my iPad and draw all day. We'll see how it goes. But I like to just kind of focus on that when I do it. But of course, there are some days where I sit down to do something, and my mind is thinking of every single other thing that I could be doing at that very moment. Does anyone else do that? Like, you sit down and you have a task, and then before you know it, you're thinking, I could do my taxes, I could do the laundry, wash the dishes, and then, yeah, you've completed everything else on your to-do list, which isn't a terrible problem to have. But then I also want to do my design list to kind of replenish that. But yeah, long story short, there are days where I just I sit down to do something, and then I essentially end up rearranging my entire week in an afternoon. Alright, and then Thursday is our late day, but it's also the day that I want to probably sit and work on some printables for the shop, because I still have to do that. Like I said earlier, I've been enjoying my traveler's notebook so much, and I have a bunch of like inserts and stuff in the shop, but I also know, you know, some people like to do their own inserts at home, and I completely understand. I'm definitely one of those people where I buy something and I love that instant gratification of having it, and, you know, just kind of doing it myself, and just, I don't know, like, I love crafting and using my hands, so I definitely understand the people that prefer printables, but it's taking me a while to kind of get all of those up, and it's not necessarily my top priority in the shop, so I'll work on it. I'll get those up slowly but surely. And if you use a traveler's notebook, let me know what size you like down below, because I know I love the wide size, and I know not everyone does. I think B6 is the popular one, but just so I have kind of an idea, I don't know, or just a fun discussion. My brain is all over the place today. I am so sorry. Alright, so I want to do printables, I want to work on the thumbnails, and I want to work on more sizes for the shop. And there's that. And then I think there's really not much that we have planned on Thursday. That may end up being kind of a lazy day, so we'll see. But Sunday actually ended up being kind of a lazy day. It was nice, woke up, did some cleaning, and then did absolutely nothing else. Okay, so I'm going to use one of these little coffee stickers. I'm a coffee fiend, and I love coffee date nights. And then I also want that to be our new release date, but now that I'm thinking about it, actually, I want to mark down to send out all of payments on Thursday. Probably spend Wednesday, you know, writing out all of the checks and everything, or scheduling payments, and I just want to make sure that all of those are done and send checks. And I know I messed up schedule. I'll probably fix that before I take pictures of it. Okay, and then I really do think that is all for Thursday, for that half of the week. And get this back in. I started filling out last week, and it's a week at a glance for me, this planner. And I found myself too busy to kind of fill it out. Plus I used blue, and I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. So yeah, I never even took pictures of it. And then I also want to make sure on Friday that we're changing out the towels, specifically in the kitchen. Do I have... You know, I thought I'd make my life easier by putting these stickers all over the place so I wasn't pawing around my whole desk trying to find everything, but in reality, I think I have made my life that much harder in this video. So, yeah, I apologize for all of the rummaging. If, with any luck, I've managed to edit most of it out by the time I do this. But I want to change towels. I want to do some laundry, and then I want to make sure that I take care of the closet, hang things up, and get some of the stuff put away so we don't have laundry just kind of sitting around. And then really, I don't know if I want to do the whole swirly thing, but I'm just going to assume that Friday will be another Starbucks day. And Friday is new release day, so I want to make sure that those are up Friday, or at least Thursday night. And let me know if you guys want to see kind of like a talk through video of the new releases, just me kind of, showing them. I know sometimes I do like a really quick flip through video on Instagram, but I don't know if anyone would be more interested in kind of a slower, more in-depth video. So Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's kind of up in the air. I'm not sure if we're going to end up going to the hardware store to look at faucets for the bathroom, especially since, that one took, in the kitchen, took 4 hours to get done. So I'm assuming that it'll be kind of a low-key day if we don't end up doing anything, but Sunday is probably going to be another cleaning day. And I want it to, I want to be able to declutter and kind of get ready for spring. And just get rid of some old clothes. So I want to make sure that on Sunday I'm going through my closet and getting rid of clothes and stuff like that. And I also want to go through some of my office, maybe declutter some of, the supplies that I'm not going to use, because it is kind of a tiny office. And I just have so much stuff that I'm kind of tripping over right now. And then I also want to make sure that I'm going through the living room and dining room area, because we have this, I don't even know what to call it. It's kind of like a hutch that came with the place when we moved in, and it has these mirrored doors on it, so you can't see in it, and we don't have any other use for this thing, so we just fill it with junk. And really just, I need to go through it and get rid of it. Okay, so I'll do a garbage sticker, because I know I need to do that. I like that here. Okay, so I want to make sure to get the garbages out, and then I want to make sure to vacuum. We got a new vacuum a week or so ago, and we still have to set it up, but I'm so excited. I feel like that's how you know you're getting old, is when you're excited about a vacuum. And then make sure that we go through and kind of like deep clean, but things like the bathroom and under the cabinets, or the counter rather, and like under the bathroom and stuff like that. I want to make sure that that's nice and clean and fun, organized. And then I also want to make sure, what color do I want to use? I think I want to use, because I already have that tan color here, and I already have the gray, so I'm really going to do the white. I want to clean my purse. Actually, I'll put that on Saturday. Clean purse and get my receipts out of it. And then I also want to make sure that my planner and everything, that I have all of my receipts and stuff out of it, because I have this plastic thing. But I want to balance the account with them. So I'm just going to put balance. So I make sure that there is one's going away for taxes, and that I have them kind of stored away and checked off in my check register, so I'm not losing track of all of that, because it's so easy to do. And I really think that's it. I know I'm gonna do laundry at some point, but don't I have that marked on here? Thursday? No. I do up here. But I want to do, because that's specifically for the towels, so I want to do my laundry as well, which I have started, but alas, I have not finished it. Actually, I'm probably going to finish it before the weekend. But, yeah, I think I'll put it over here. Make sure that I get my lights and my darks done. And then I think that's pretty much all for this week right now. This ended up being a little bit more busy than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to washi tape this off, and I'll probably make sure to track some habits, because I still want to make sure that I'm doing my just kind of, I guess, grateful thought or thankful thought journaling every day. And then I also I probably want to check to see how often I'm working on some of, ooh, does this line up? Oh, doesn't look like it. Well, nuts. I'll probably end up covering it with a sticker anyway, right? I want to see how often I'm working on getting those printables up and in the shop, because I've been getting a ton of questions about them, and I would hate to have everyone, waiting forever for those. So I'm just going through. So I've, okay. Save, okay, those two. Then I'll probably put something decorative down here, or maybe I'll put a little strip of this down here. I'm not sure. Will this look weird? I don't think so. Okay, so I'm going to write journaling. And I completed that for yesterday. And then I'm also going to track printables up in the shop. And I did not do that yesterday. Okay, so here we are again. And I think that is it for the week right now. Get that in frame for you. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm sorry I didn't have one up last week. Let me know what you think of the layout, or I'll have to cut these after, or what you want to see on the channel. If you're interested in traveler's notebook videos, or like DIYs, anything, planner related, pre-planning, how I structure my week, or any, behind the scenes videos, let me know. So, alright, bye!